a rise of racial terrorism. Without federal troops, white terrorist groups like the KKK, the White League, and the Red Shirts operated freely. Lynchings skyrocketed, with black people murdered for attempting to vote or challenging white supremacy. Race riots destroyed black communities, often led by white mobs with no legal consequences whatsoever. And a not so known fact about this era is the re enslavement through convict leasing. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery, except as a punishment for a crime. Southern states criminalized black life through vagrancy laws and other racist policies. Thousands of black men were arrested on minor or false charges and forced into labor camps working under worse conditions than slavery. Many of them didn't survive it. So essentially, as a result of the compromise, black political power collapsed. The South became a one party system controlled by white Democrats for nearly 100 years. Jim Crow laws ruled the South until the civil rights movement of the 1960s. The U.S. government ignored racial violence for decades, claiming it was a states issue. And yes, I know the parties did switch platforms. It wasn't a one time event that spurred it. It was a gradual shift starting between the 1860s and the 1960s, particularly during the civil rights movement. So, what's the legacy of the Compromise of 1877? It affects us still today. It affects racial inequality, voter suppression tactics like ID laws and purging voter rolls, mirror the old Jim Crow restrictions. Mass incarcerations and the prison labor system still affect black men on a much different scale than others. Racial wealth gaps persist too, due to the loss of black economic and political power after Reconstruction. As always, follow me on YouTube and Instagram under the same username at The Controversial Blonde, and check out the link in my bio for a book list on references, both nonfiction and fiction.